I'm not saying that you will walk into the Bramford apartments and be hit on the head with a piano, or eaten by spinsters, or turned to stone. I am simply saying that the record is there and ought to be considered, along with the reasonable rent and working fireplace. From Ira Levin's Rosemary's Baby. Rosemary's Baby, written by Ira Levin and first published by Random House in 1967, is the story of the Woodhouses who moved to New York City with the hopes of cashing in on the American dream. Husband Guy is an actor currently famed more for his television commercials than his minor roles in contemporaneous theatrical productions, including Luther. Rosemary is a wife and homemaker who follows House Beautiful assiduously for the latest design tips. Apparently, they equally desire the trappings of status and success, and with this in mind, they pull all the stops to move into the chic Branford apartment building, a Gothic edifice on Central Park famed for housing actors, authors, and all manner of celebrity, both famous and infamous. Upon arrival, they meet and become close to their neighbors, Roman and Minnie Castevet. The elderly couple is adopted as a surrogate parental figure for Guy, who lacks a closeness to his own family. Likewise, Roman and Minnie seem to adopt the young hip Woodhouses as their own, especially after Rosemary becomes pregnant. The Castevets assist the couple in registering with the top New York City obstetrician Abraham Saperstein, make Rosemary special prenatal shakes, and even bestow upon her a lucky charm filled with an herb, tannis root, which purportedly brings good fortune. But while Guy seems to blossom in his role of expectant father and familiar primary breadwinner, garnering an important role on Broadway, a part on a network television series, and a promise of a Hollywood movie deal, Rosemary does not fare so well. Her pregnancy brings paranoia and pain, both of which go untreated by her famed doctor and unremarked by her increasingly neglectful husband. When the pain stops, both physically and psychologically, this good turn is followed by an even greater shock, if not for Roman, Minnie, and Guy, certainly for Rosemary. But rather than go on with the plot, no spoiler alert here, my dear reader, I will turn to what others say about the novel. Chuck Palahniuk, whose Fight Club was an early installment of the American Library's Reading America series, writes that Levin's second and arguably most successful novel was groundbreaking in taking the horror to the here and now. Before Rosemary's Baby, horror always happened somewhere else. Regular, ordinary people were forced to pack their possessions, leave their homes, and schlep seemingly forever to Transylvania, to Manderley, to the House of Usher, to Hill House, or to the Bates Motel. Whatever the reason for the journey, the result was always unfavorable. Horror never occurred at home until Rosemary's Baby, making it all the more frightening because it might just exist next door. Palahniuk states, there are books which document the culture and books that create it, and Rosemary's Baby is both. Not since 1967 has a book touched the classic like the one you hold in your hands. But wait, you aren't holding a copy right now, are you? If so, rush on over to the American Library and collect one. Halloween is just around the corner, and you don't want to miss out experiencing what most critics agree to be the best horror novel of all time. Or do you?